Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Pashatya Deshakarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Bhaktivinoda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Rase Hari Radha Rase Hari Radhe. Jaya Prabhu Pada, Jaya Prabhu Pada, Prabhu Pada, Jaya Prabhu Pada. Jai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. जय राधा माता लगो. ओ और एक धरी लगेगा ना, 2 धरी लगाना चाहिए था. वो वापस लेके चला गया. जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी. जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी. जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी. जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी. जय यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना. यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना. यमुनतीरा वनचारी. Jai Radha Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridhari Jaya Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टत्रसत श्रीमद एसी भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्रीला प्रभुपाद की नमाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की वृंदावन धाम की मथुरा धाम की मायापुर नवद्वीप धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की गंगमय की यमुनमय की तुलसी महारानी की श्रीला प्रभुपाद ट्रांसेंडेंटल भक्ति शिक्षण प्रोग्राम की श्री श्री राधा रास बिहारी ललिता विशाखा की श्री श्री सीताराम लक्ष्मण की श्री श्री गौर निताय की श्रीला प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की all glorious to assembled devotees, all glorious to assembled devotees, all glorious to assembled devotees, all glorious to Shri Guru and Gauranga. Verse number 1.2, 22nd. ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवति उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी. Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 2, text number 22. Atho vai kavayo nityaṁ bhaktiṁ paramayā mudā vāsudeve bhagavati kurvanty ātma-prasādanīm. अतो वै कवयो नित्यं भक्तिं परमया मुदा vāsudeve bhagavati kurvanty ātma-prasādanīm ato vai kavayo nityaṁ bhaktiṁ paramayā mudā vāsudeve bhagavati kurvanty ātma-prasādanīm Matajis?
Ato vai kavayo nityaṁ bhaktiṁ paramayā mudā vāsudeve bhagavati kurvanty ātma-prasādanīm.
Anyone else? बोलिए. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Certainly, therefore, since time immemorial, all transcendentalists have been rendering devotional service to Lord Krishna, the Personality of Godhead, with great delight, because such devotional service is enlivening to the self. Purport. The speciality of devotional service unto the Personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna, is specifically mentioned herein. Lord Shri Krishna is the Swayam Rupa Personality of Godhead, and all other forms of Godhead, beginning from Shri Baladev, Shankarshan Vāsudeve, Aniruddha, Pradyumna, and Narayana, and extending to the Purushāvataras, Gunavataras, Leelavataras, Yugavataras, and many other thousands of manifestations of the Personality of Godhead, are Lord Krishna's plenary portions and integrated parts. The living entities are separated parts and parcels of the Personality of Godhead. Therefore, Lord Shri Krishna is the original form of Godhead, and He is the last word in the transcendence. Thus, He is more attractive to the higher transcendentalists who participate in the eternal pastimes of the Lord. In forms of the Personality of Godhead other than Shri Krishna and Baladeva, there is no facility for intimate personal contacts as in the transcendental pastimes of the Lord at Vrajabhumi. The transcendental pastimes of Lord Shri Krishna are not newly accepted as argued by some less intelligent persons. His pastimes are eternal and are manifested in due course once in a day of Brahmaji, as the sun rises on the eastern horizon at the end of every 24 hours. Om Ajnanatimidandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurmitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Rupa Karamiham Kismaparantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavascha रूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकाकान्ता नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी कृष्णानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। It is mentioned in Garga Samhita. In Garga Samhita, the appearance of Lord Krishna in this world is very, very rare. So, when all the demigods along with the Mother Earth, they went and prayed to Lord Krishna, then Lord Krishna passed a message that I am going to appear. Right? I am going to appear. So, he ordered all the demigods to take birth on areas of Mathura, Gokula, then other places, Vrindavan, then Dwarka, Mathura and all the other places to help him enact pastimes. So, when this news has spread, that Lord Krishna is going to appear in full form, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Purna Purushottam Bhagavan, with all six opulences, right? Then immediately Lord Rama called up Krishna from Ayodhya. I heard that you are going to earthly planet. Yeah, Krishna said. Then Lord Rama said, I also want to come with you. He said, okay, no problem, come. So Lord Ramchandra, along with Ayodhya and all his associates, entered Krishna. Then Lord Nishingadev called up and said, I heard you are going to earthly planet to enact pastimes. Yeah. Then Lord Nishingadev said, I also want to come. Okay, come. So Lord Nishingadev, along with this pillar, he appeared. Right? He entered. Then Vamandev called up. Then Varahadev, Kurmadev, all the avatars. Then not to left behind, Vāsudeva, Shankarshana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, they also said, we want to come with you. Okay, no problem. Krishna. So, that is why it is mentioned in Bhagavatam, 10th canto, chapter 1, that Bhagavan api Vishwatma Bhaktanam Abhayankaraha sa vishesha amshabhagena manaha anakadundube. Right? It's a very important verse. It is said that Bhagavan api Vishvatma. Krishna api Vishvatma. He is a Vishvatma. So, Vishvatma means just like we are Jivatma. Right? Krishna is known as Vishvatma. Vishvatma means the personality of Godhead who should be loved by everyone. Then who comes down to make everybody love him. Right? That is the meaning of Vishvatma. So, then Bhaktanam Abhayankaraha. Right? Always remember, Krishna comes to give fearlessness to his devotees. Right? Non-devotees, they cannot become fearless. Only devotees can become fearless. Huh? No. Okay, understand? Always remember that is why if you worship Krishna, you don't have to worship anybody else. So, worshipping Krishna includes worship of Lord Ramchandra, worship of Varahadev, worship of Lord Nishingadev, worship of Vāsudeve, Shankarshan, Pradyumna, everybody. Yatataror Mula Nishechanena. Just like if you pour water to the root of the tree, all the branches and the twigs, leaves and all, they get nourished. If you give food to the stomach, all the senses will get energy. In the same way, if you worship Lord Krishna, everybody is worshipped. So if you worship Krishna, if you satisfy Krishna, whole world will be satisfied. Whole world will be satisfied. So that is the reason, here Prabhupada mentions. Then what is the specific advantage of worshipping Krishna?
All formalities are satisfied.
Huh?
All formalities are satisfied.
Love for Godhead.
Right? You can form, we'll have a group discussion. So discuss amongst yourself. I'm giving you 2-3 minutes. What is the specific advantage of worshipping only Krishna? Two minutes. Your time starts. You will get a chance. You discuss with somebody. You will get a chance after 2 minutes. हो गया टाइम. Ready? Who will say first? Huh? Mic दो mic. Who will say first?
मन की शांति, ज्ञान की प्राप्ति.
Very good. और कुछ? उनको दो. आत्मा की प्रसन्नता. Yeah. What else? Who else? What else? What is the specific advantage of worshipping only Krishna?
Directly go to Goloka.
बंद कर दिया क्या?
Might will come.
Dispute of all the gods.
हाँ?
We get it concentrated in Krishna, dispute of all the gods. We got the powers of Almighty Krishna. That I understand.
Very good. Who else?
It is said in Gita that Sarvadharma Pratyajata Mamekam Saranam Braja. It is already said.
Yeah. That's why Krishna said, Mamekam. Right? There is a reason, right? Mamekam. Yeah. Bolo, Gaurav.
Only I remember Prabhupada gave an analogy that somebody is in prison house and then however good he behaves, superintendent he might promote, he might be the best prisoner, but if he want to get out of the prison house, he has to, government is the one who decides, the head of the government. So in a similar way, the demigods might give him certain benefit to live opulence wise in the prison house, but if you want to come out, you have to worship.
See, my question is, what is the specific advantage of worshipping Krishna? Because even if you worship Lord Ramchandra, he can deliver you from the material existence. Even if you worship Lord Vishnu, he can deliver you from material existence. What is the specific advantage of worshipping only Krishna? Yeah, Pratik.
Only Madhurya and Prema can be.
Only Madhurya, yeah.
He's the only one who can form personal intimate relationship.
That is the answer I am looking. Right? Manashanti and all you will get. Right? Even you worship any. But you can develop intimate relationship only with Krishna and Baldev. Right? That's why hearing is very important. Right? It's there in the purport, right? Huh? It is there in the purport. Reading comprehension. आप लोग पास किया कि नहीं इंग्लिश? है ना, रीडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेंशन है ना? So hearing, is it so? In other incarnations, Lord Ramchandra, some extent, he embraced Hanuman. Right? He embraced Hanuman. Right? Otherwise, strictly, when Surpan, actually, it is a custom, that if any eligible woman, unmarried, if she approaches a Kshatriya, desiring a son or a conjugal relationship, he should not refuse. Right? He should not refuse. That we have seen in Maharaj Yayati's pastimes. Right? So Sharmishta went and approached Maharaj Yayati, saying that, see, I am eligible to get a son from you. So as per dharma, you should not refuse me. Same thing Hidimbi told, Bhima. Right? This is a custom. But Lord Ramchandra said, I cannot accept you because I am Ekapatni Vrat. Right? Ekapatni Vrat. Then, so except Sita, nobody can have conjugal relationship with Lord Ramchandra. In Laghu Bhagavatamrita, it is mentioned that every time Lord Ramchandra comes, that pastime of leaving Sita in the forest takes place. Then every time he has to perform sacrifices, fire sacrifices. He makes one golden Sita. Right? Golden Sita. Like that, frequently he comes Treta Yugas. So many golden Sitas have accumulated. Then all of them, they came to life. Then they requested, अरे सिर्फ sacrifice में बिठाते हो हमको और कुछ फायदा नहीं हो रहा है. No, we want to enjoy with you conjugal relationship. Krishna said, okay, you come. When Lord said, okay, when I appear as Krishna, you come as gopis. So there is one sect of gopis who are golden Sitas. All the statues, whatever, they became Sita, gopis, and then they enjoyed with Krishna. Right? Like that. There is a story from Brihad Bhagavatamrita that Gopakumar he was chanting Gopal mantra. So he was attached to Shamsundar, Krishna. Then stage by stage, he was going up. Then he entered Vaikuntha. Except for 4 hands. Krishna has 2 hands and then Lord Narayana has 4 hands. Otherwise color and all, beauty and all are same. So when he saw Lord Narayana, first of all, as soon as he entered Vaikuntha, he did not have so much knowledge like it, but he was chanting. So he thought, everybody is having, all the associates, most of the associates, they are having 4-handed forms. Then they are looking like, Shams, very blackish and beautiful. He said, my God, my Vera Bhagavan. He was trying to embrace those Vishnudutas, He said, Hare, Apcharam. I am not God, I am not Vishnu, I am not Vishnu. Right? Then some of the devotees, they have explained to him. So there is, here, there are people who have attained Sarupya Mukti. They all look same like Lord Narayana. So what is the difference between Narayana and, how to recognize? 2 things. Right? Kaustubha, Gem, Srivatsa. Aisa. Then finally he was taken to Narayana. Are, tu mera Gopal hai to. Then he started running, Gopal, to embrace, Then all the Vishnudutas, they caught him. What are you doing, Shiva, Apacharam? You are going to embrace Lord Narayana? You can't do that. Like that. Like that, you can't go and embrace Lord Narayana. Right? But when Gopakumar finally entered Golok Vrindavan, Krishna that time he was about to leave for Gocharan Leela. Then Mother Yashoda and all the Gopas and Gopis, they were coming behind, and then Mother Yashoda was instructing Krishna, don't go too much into the forest. She was instructing Baldev, take care of your younger brother. All that she was saying. And then suddenly Gopakumar entered Golok Leela. Right? And then, hey, Gopakumar, his name was another thing. Yeah. Finally you have come back. And then he embraced Gopakumar very tightly, and then he fainted. Krishna fainted and then actually started crying and crying. Finally you have come back. And then he fainted. Then he was fell in the dust, and then the whole dust covered Krishna. And then Maya Yashoda was shocked. Then everybody was looking at Gopakumar as if he's a big villain. Because of him, mera lala faint ho gaya. Like that. Then after some time Krishna regained his consciousness. Then since so many lifetimes I have been behind you. You are escaping me. Finally, because you are not coming into my fold, finally, I have appeared in Govardhan. Then I met you. Then Krishna himself gave initiation to Gopakumar. There are many people in ISKCON whom to take initiation, whom to take initiation. So the question is, you become sincere if there is no proper Mahabhagavat, pure devotee, spiritual master available at that time. Krishna will become your spiritual master. Right? Krishna will become your spiritual master. So like that, Krishna makes many plans to, take us back, but we are actually trying to escape. Prabhupada said to one disciple, for last 7 lifetimes, I am chasing you. I am, but you are escaping, like that. So, it is very important. That is why Prabhupada writes in one of the purports in Bhagavad Gita, I think 8th chapter Bhagavad Gita or 18th chapter, that some particular devotees, they don't like to even worship any other form of Krishna except Shyam Sundar form of Krishna. Right? Prabhupada writes, Tasma sarveshu kaleshu mamanusmaridyacha. You should remember me in the form of Shyam Sundar Krishna, while fighting. Right? So this is the highest philosophy. But there are people, no problem if somebody wants to worship Lord Ramchandra, if somebody wants to worship Lord Nishingadev, no problem. But if you want to have a personal relationship with Krishna, right, then you should worship only Shyam Sundar form of Krishna. Right? You want to play with Krishna, right? Sometimes, the Gopas and all, they don't give any credit to Krishna, Krishna sometimes he will boast, I killed Putana, when I am 6 days old. I killed Sakatasur when I am 3 months old. Right? When I killed Trinavrata, when I am 1 year old. I lifted Govardhan, I killed Bakasur, Agasur, they don't give credit, Said, what, because, the Brahmanas have chanted the mantras, Putana got killed. Unnecessarily you got credit. Right? Then, I lifted Govardhan hill. Actually, Bhattu said no, because, I also put my stick. Because of my mantra bal, the Govardhan, was standing. Kya karu? Even the gopis also, there was a pastime, right? Anybody remembers? Huh? Radhastami class I narrated. So they were once, one gopi was narrating Ramayana pastime. Ramayana pastime. Then Krishna, then they were narrating, how Ramchandra built, a bridge across the ocean. Then bridge across the ocean, and he crossed the ocean to rescue Sita, and all that they were glorifying. Krishna said, do you know who is Ramchandra? I myself appeared as Ramchandra in the previous age. What, Ramchandra has got such a good character, he's Ekapatni Vrat and all, you are always chasing the girls. We don't believe. Then he was, no, I am Ramchandra, all that. He said, what is the proof? Okay, if you want to prove that you build a bridge across the Sarovar. you know, like that. So Krishna built a bridge, you know, across the Sarovar, like that, with the help of monkeys. Then other end he said, see the the goddess, you know, those people who worship goddess, you know, they get some mystic power. They can also build, you know. So Krishna said, what should I do to prove, you know? Like that, they won't give credit to Krishna, like that. So that kind of, sometimes, you know, Krishna and the boys, they play, and they have, even we used to, like, you know, Krishna, you know, we used to do, you know, goti, and then coco, and then kabaddi. Then or we used to, you know, small bets, you know, 50 paisa, 1 rupee, like that. So they also used to have some bets. Then Mother Yashoda would send, you know, Rohini that please call, you know, Krishna and Balaram for the prasadam, you know. Then they won't come. Then Rohini said, no, you only go and call them. So they come. So when Mother Yashoda calls them for prasadam, then Krishna comes to go, you know, ready to go. Then all the friends, you know, they threaten Krishna, you know, in a very interesting phase where you are going to lose. You know, the situation is there. You are leaving. If you leave now, we will not allow you to play with us. You know, for small boys, you know, friendship is very important, you know. ऐसा threat कोई threat देगा. Okay, I will not go. Ma Yashoda chastises all the boys. Right? Like that, you know, forcefully take them like that. So Krishna is afraid, you know, that his friends will not allow him to play with them, like that. This kind of, you know, there is a, you know, whenever we hear all these childhood pastimes, you know, all of you must have heard these pastimes many times, right? But every time we hear this pastime, we experience pleasure, right? Like that. But, you know, if you read 3rd canto, 26th chapter, you know, it's very elaborate description, you know, how earth, water, fire are created, then how the senses are created, how the mind, intelligence and false ego are created, then how amalgamated, then after some time you get bored, you know, right? Very technical. But this Krishna's pastimes, any number of times we hear, like that. So, ultimately, what is our goal? Right? You want to get liberation, or you want to play with Krishna? How many of you want liberation? Just go to Vaikuntha, and then, you know, learn, you know, Om Sahasrasirsha Purushaha Sahasraksha Sahasrapat Sabhumim Vishvato Vrishtva Atyatishta Dashangulam. You know, when Krishna jumped into Yamuna, the water drops went up and fell, you know, near the Viraja river, mocking, you know, because out of great ecstasy, the Yamuna waters, you know, went up, you know, the few drops, you know, mocking, asking Viraja river, any time did Lord Narayana jump into you? You know? When Krishna jumped into the Kalindi river, and then this Kaliya wrapped Krishna around, right, with his coils. Balaram smiled, right? Balaram smiled. Then Vishnu Thakur explains why Balaram said, what this Krishna is doing? You know, in Vaikuntha, he sleeps on my bed. He never played with me. And he is playing with this stupid snake. Stupid Kaliya. Rascal. So, he like that, that is the beauty of Krishna's pastimes. So, anyway, so that is, so we should not desire liberation. Right? We should not desire liberation. Okay. How many of you want to meet with Krishna at the end of life and shake hands with him? So, so discuss, amongst yourself, what should be done based on the previous classes, right? Previous class, previous 2 classes, right? How to meet Krishna? Like last class is specifically meant for Mataji, you remember? I asked this question, right? Whether you want to have the, meet Krishna at the end of the life, right? We discussed. So, what should be done? What should we do to meet Krishna? Huh?
You want any title for last class title?
Last class, how to meet Krishna, no? Late Latif. Okay? Who will say first? You want to say? What's your name? I think new, huh?
Yes, she's my friend, Sejal.
Sejal. You want to say? बोलिए कौन बोलना चाहते? क्यों जा रही है क्या? हाँ?
Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
I feel we need to be purified from within. Like if you going all the contaminations, what we possess, in the material world we are mostly attracted towards I can say greed, growth, lust, anger. So these are the main what we say as the roadways for hell. So these are one of the things which we need to remove and putting ourselves in the service of Krishna, listening to his pastimes, and as we said, also following these two things towards getting closer to Krishna. So these may be the way I believe.
Very nice. What is your name?
Vāsudeve.
I think first time. See, very nice. You are already. Okay, very good. Anyone else? Yeah, Mataji. Krishna Veni garu. Huh?
God saying our hearts should be clean. So we will be free from contamination of Rajoguna and Tamoguna.
Anybody who can specifically? Lalit Bhagya, give the mic.
You gave an example that if you have to meet Hare Krishna. You gave an example that if you have to meet the Prime Minister, you have to be qualified. So if you have to meet Krishna, you have to be qualified. When qualification comes and your heart is free from all the material contamination, lust, greed, anger. That's the understanding I have.
What we should do for that? Huh? Huh? हाँ बोलो बोलो कौन?
Worship Krishna without an element of doubt in our heart, then it will cut the knot of.
No. Can somebody say systematically?
3 points.
It's the knot of ahankara and illusion. Yeah.
We have to read the Bhagavatam every day, so that the knot in our heart is cut, and then the doubts will be cleared, and then we will become sinless, and then after that we are purified, and we can do devotional service to Krishna. This is what happens.
So what is the beginning? Huh? Yeah. If you hear about Krishna, what will happen? Huh? What Krishna does? That बोलो अभय पांडे बोलो. See, if you want to give suppose lecture 45 minutes, you have to add so much masala, you know. Oh, 2 minute में बोल दिया, you know, because 3 हफ्ते का क्लास है, 2 मिनट में बोल दिया, राइट? थोड़ा हाँ मसाला डाल. हम कैसा मसाला डालते हैं, राइट? हाँ.
We will push the Paramatma sitting in our hearts, and he will occupy the space.
So
I like to compare this with a bowl which is completely full of dirt water. So once we are putting pure water, what happens at the end after like few days of after some time we only see the pureness. Similarly by this listening, so whatever is the impurities, whatever are there in our mind, they get away and it is only pure, filled with the pure, like the pure water, pure thoughts.
You know, always remember, it will take lifetimes. ऐसा नहीं, ये मैगी 2 मिनट का नूडल नहीं है, राइट? मेरे प्रभु जी हरे कृष्णा बोला, कुछ नहीं हुआ, राइट? It's always waste, you know. ऐसा नहीं, right? For that, what you need is nityaṁ bhagavati sevaya till the time no, you take medicine till the time you become all right. Right? ऐसा नहीं कि अरे 4-5 दिन मेडिसिन लिया और ठीक है, अरे प्रभु जी मेडिसिन इज नॉट वर्किंग. नहीं, क्यों डॉक्टर? till the time you become cured. Right? So, what is the meaning of Pibata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam? Bolo, Pratik. What is the meaning of this verse? Pratik, Pibata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam. Alayam means?
Alayam means, say a particular place.
Oh, huh? I will tell. Remember, Laya means liberation. Laya means death or liberation. Alayam means about death. So Vishwanath Thakur comments in this regard, you must hear this Bhagavatam till the time you get love of Krishna. This is my practical experience. The more I read the same chapter every time I get more pleasure. This I am experiencing nowadays. That's why sometimes I read the same chapter every day. Then I don't get bored, and then this is Bhagavatam. These newspapers and all, they are useless, right? आधा घंटा पढ़ेगा फिर बाद में पकौड़ा पैक करने के लिए दे देंगे, right? All this if you go to shopper stop, autobiographies and all, right? एक दो बार पढ़ेगा बस खत्म, right? ऐसा ही they gather dust. That is the beauty of Prabhupada's purpose. Yeah. So yesterday I was reading Krishna's deliverance of Shishupal. So nowadays what I am doing, I read Krishna book story, then I read commentary by Vishwanath Thakur. So every time, previously also I have read, but yesterday when I have read, so many points I have noted. Wow, I was thinking, wow. Like that. So, we should hear Bhagavatam till the time you get love of Krishna. So that is the meaning of Pibata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam. I will. So you had, you have to be very, very disciplined, in this regard. I will narrate one very nice pastime from Padma Purana. All of you know how Krishna, Rukmini Devi sent a letter, love letter to Krishna and all that, right? So then Rukmini Devi, she was thinking that Krishna, this Brahmana did not come, I did not get any message, all that, all that. So in Maharashtra, there is a tradition, it seems, that during the marriage time, so this Rukmi, he wanted Rukmini to get married to Shishupal, his friend, and then he used to envy Krishna like anything. Bhishmaka and all, they wanted to give Rukmini Devi to Krishna. Even Rukmini Devi also wanted, but as eldest son, he was very stubborn. Zid pakad liya tha, that I want to give my friend Shishupal. So Rukmini Devi, she took, she became very bold, and then she wrote a letter to Krishna, please come and kidnap me. Like that. So we have a vidhi of going to Durga Devi temple, worship and all. During that time, you will get a chance to kidnap me. All that plan and all, she gave. Like that. Once, there was one devotee of Hyderabad. He was teaching Bhagavad Gita class. So one girl she used to attend. So both fell in love with each other, and then he is a Bengali and then she is a Gujarati, and then she was rich and he is a brahmachari. How it is very still, not fathomable how sometimes rich girls fall for, poor brahmacharis. So yeah, they ran away. They ran away. So there was some police case and all that stuff. So they have actually filed a case saying that this boy has kidnapped our girl and all. And then that girl said, I am Balik and all that stuff. And then they got married 20 years. They have got children also. All they well settled. Now parents also agreed. Other day, one devotee was saying, that guy is like this, he kidnapped, this girl, then he ran away and all that. He was blaspheming. Then I simply asked, we admire Krishna for kidnapping Rukmini. What is your problem? Kidnapped हो, जो भी है, अभी settled है ना, बच्चे भी हो गए, अभी मर भी जाएगा. फिर भी अभी भी still you are criticizing. He was shocked, Hey, what you are saying is correct, Anyway, we in Andhra, this is Rukmini Kalyanam. Is very famous, and then they enact dramas and Harikatha and Burakatha and all that. Anyway, so Rukmini Devi, she was a little worried and all. Then finally she saw Krishna. So they have this tradition of tying a yellow thread. Once that is tied, then she cannot marry Krishna. She has to marry Shishupal. So she was thinking Krishna did not come. Then she was thinking, how will I commit suicide now? I want to commit suicide because once this thread is tied, I have to marry Shishupal. So then last minute, when it is almost to be over, then Krishna came. Then kidnapped and all that. After some time, marriage, Rukmini asked, my dear Lord, why did you come late? थोड़ा और एक सेकंड आप देर कर किया होता, मर जाती मैं, I would have died. Right? I would have died. Then Krishna said, in order to teach people, आलस अच्छा नहीं है. सब बहुत सारे लेट लतीफ आते हैं इधर. Right? आलस अच्छा नहीं है. Right? If lecture is there at 5 o'clock, one should be ready at 4:59. Right? Not that आराम से आएगा. Anyway, then Krishna said, I will narrate one very nice story. Very nice story. There is this Ikshvaku Maharaj. He had a son Kukukshu. Once he went to for hunting. He went for hunting. He it is allowed, Now, don't apply modern standards to, old Vedic standards. Right? Why Krishna is marrying so many wives? It is allowed. It's, just like nowadays Musliman, they are allowed to marry, 4, right? Hum 5, hamara 25, Oh, Modi. Oh, that is allowed, Everybody, previously higher caste people, especially Brahmanas and Kshatriyas and all, they all used to have more than one wife. It's allowed. Anyway, so this, in the same way, Kshatriyas are allowed for hunting because when too many cruel jantus, cruel animals, they come and hunt people, they will have problems. So they used to kill tigers and lions and all if there is excess, like that. Nowadays, they want to save the snakes also, right? But previously, Prabhupada said, if you see a snake, you should, kill. Like that, there is So, but anyway, this. So he went for hunting. So he saw one, black cheetah, who runs very, very fast. Who runs very, very fast. So he released an arrow, akarnantam. He stretched the arrow up to his ears, and then he released. When he released that arrow, the big cheetah was running very fast. Cheetah escaped. But there is one Muni Balaka, the son of a sage, he was picking kusha grass and all to help his spiritual master. So it hit that Brahmana boy, and then he got killed. He got killed. And then Kukukshu went and said, "Kya hua? Brahma hatya paap ho gaya." Then he went back to his father, said, "Aisa ho gaya. So please give me, Fasi ka fanda, capital punishment." So Maharaj Ikshvaku said, even what sin you have done, Brahmahatya Pap, is very, very severe. Even if I punish you now, still you will have to suffer in your next life. So better let us go to the parents. If they give you punishment, and if you accept whatever punishment then you will be free from next life punishment. Prabhupada, nowadays, they are against capital punishment and all. But actually, it is recommended in Vedas. Because suppose somebody commits a sin, and the king punishes him, then it will be finished. Next life, they don't have to suffer. But suppose if somebody kills, and then he escapes by bribing and all that, for 100 lifetimes, he has to suffer for the same sin. Right? So that is why, then much more punishment, severe pain he has to experience. Then anyway, so they went. Then they called for the assembly. Kidhar hai Prasad? Where? Third floor? Okay. अच्छा है. Terrace bhojan. Special. Shivani's birthday. Garden. So it is then they called for the assembly and all. Aisa paap ho gaya, then please whatever punishment you give, I will take, like that. Then first of all, we need to recognize who is the father and the mother of that boy. Then one sage raised his hand. Then when he came up, he was smiling. He was not crying and all. Then he brought his son. Then, is this the boy you killed? Kukshu said, yeah, this is the boy. How? Is it twin or what? No. If you had waited for 15 more minutes, you would have seen the miracle. It is true that you have killed this boy, but after 15 minutes he came back to life. Aisa kaisa? Then he said, all of us in our assembly in this village, we follow 4 principles in our life. Right? 4 principles in our life. Oh, what are they? Because we follow these 4 principles, Indra has given a benediction. If some tiger or somebody eaten up, after 45 minutes, he will come back to life. Like that, there is a duration. Somebody is hit with Dhanush Ban, arrows. He will come back to life after 15 minutes. Like that, there is a time duration. So if you had waited for 15 more minutes, you would have known. Then what are those principles, Right? First thing is, no alas. No laziness. Right? Doing everything on time. Okay. Prabhupada, Radharasmeri temple we follow. Right? Prabhupada said, when you open the temple, when the shank is being blown, you should adjust your watch. Right? 4:30 Mangalarti means when the pujari is blowing the conch, you should adjust the watch. Right? You can do that in Radha Spiritum. Right? I make sure that 4:29 we open the gate, doors, and then 4:30 we blow the conch. In the same way, 7:14 we open the door, and then 7:15 we blow the conch. Right? I make sure that it happens. So, and then coming for Mangalarti before the Lord gives darshan. So it is a great insult to the Lord. You come after minutes, after few minutes. It's a great insult to the speaker. When you come for the lecture, when already the lecture, the speaker is sitting and already delivering the lecture. Right? So, those who are lazy, those who become late in their activities, they will not get Krishna immediately, delayed. So, you will get delayed darshan only if you come late. Okay? Next time onwards, I want to see how much impact my lecture will have on all of you. It's not that if you are coming late, then don't enter. Because TK Prabhuji, I am late, I am not coming today. Right? That alertness should be there, that casual, if you are in Krishna consciousness, if you are casual, you will become a casuality. Right? You will become a casuality. So, that is number 1. Number 2, ahar niyam. We don't eat, impure foodstuffs. We don't eat in hotels. That time there are only in Kali Yuga, there are hotels, right? Only in Kali Yuga rice is sold. Otherwise, in no other age, rice is not sold. Prasadam, always, food is always free. And all the grahasthas, they are well off that they can easily feed 3-4 guests. Nobody within the, in your house, should go hungry. Right? Nobody. If you find out, if somebody is hungry, go and give them food. Or call them and give them food. So, we don't eat, then ahara shuddhi. Anyways, so much to be spoken about ahar shuddhi. There are so much, you are what you eat. Many people, they keep saying, my mind is disturbed, my mind is disturbed. You know why mind is disturbed? Why people have so many mental problems nowadays? 1/6 of what you eat becomes mind. Kya? 1/6 of what you eat is becoming mind. So if you eat contaminated food, then mind is also then always disturbing, always crying. मेरा mind disturb हो गया, मेरा mind disturb हो गया. Mind disturb होगा ही ना, क्योंकि Zomato, Swiggy से मंगवाएगा. अरे beef eaters, Christians and Muslims, who are eating beef, they are cooking and serving. Then उन लोगों का consciousness आएगा. Suppose even if you are ordering food without onion garlic, but who cooked, who don't know, right? Right? इसलिए कि स्विगी और जोमेटो से मंगवाने क्या नहीं, राइट? कोई मंगवाता है? प्लीज रेज योर हैंड्स. स्विगी कितने लोग, जोमेटो कितने लोग के मोबाइल पे है ऐप स्विगी जोमेटो? गिव ऐप बनाओ आप. आप still suppose you go to Dakshinayana, or we have some hotel in Vrindavan hotel or somewhere, they serve without onion garlic But at least they don't employ, beef eaters and, Musliman log, who are cooking and all. Yeah, Srinathji is there. Abhi Bristow is there. If you want to burn your pockets. Huh? There's burning. If somebody wants to sponsor for all the devotees, Govinda Bristow, come with 30,000. 200 rupees milkshake and then 320 rupees pizza. कैसा था पिज्जा? हाँ? अरे you don't have to give explanation. I am asking. Very nice, try, especially those milkshakes are out of the world. I took some, that bao, what it is made with lotus sabji, huh? Very healthy, very healthy also. Anyway, on the first day, very that kiwi ka milkshake, smoothie bolte hai na, अरे बाबा, out of this world. I never had such a delicious milkshake. Anyway, they will supply also. Now they have Govinda supply system they have, right? Don't eat outside food, Okay, if you are traveling and all, it's a different thing. Otherwise, when you are in Mumbai, don't eat outside food, Don't go to this Dakshinayan. Some people who are initiated, they proclaim themselves as, some advanced devotees and all. Instead of eating in Govinda restaurant, they go to Dakshinayan. Right? So be careful. Ahar niyam bahut important hai. Don't eat food supplied in the airplanes. Right? Carry your own food. Because they are serving beef and all with the same hands. They are serving vegetarian Jain food. Right? Carry your own food. Don't lalach, jivera lalas. ये लालच नहीं होना चाहिए. जीवा का लालच, he will never get Krishna. If you eat outside food, forget about Krishna. Right? जो मंदिर में, जो घर में बैठ के खिलाओ और खाओ और भगवान को अर्पण करो और खाओ, then you will be saved. Otherwise, if you have this habit of eating outside food, having fun, once I was very strict. Many people they went to, most of the devotees might have gone to that Vrindavan restaurant, but I never went. Once we went, one devotee, we were traveling that Gitanjali Express, they are serving soup. Baad mein very nice soup, one brahmachari was drinking. Then I said, we don't know the source, Phir baad mein we inquired in the pantry. Gitanjali, we had onion garlic Swamiji. Arey baba, kya ho gaya? Very nice. You never know. Where is, that one devotee, Gavde. Prabhuji, very nice chips. Then I said, okay. I thought, Then I saw, it contains onion garlic. So all these Lay's chips and all, they contain. Lucky that I saw it,
They write in code E20 something.
Yeah. Anyway, that is number 2. Number 3, himsa. Manasika himsa, sharirika himsa, vachika himsa. 3 times, of course, in the mind, we should not desire inauspiciousness for people. Right? And then with words, we should not hurt people. Then then we should not commit physical violence. And then number 4, our favorite, We all like it. You know what? Huh? 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 Wow, you like it, huh? Huh? Paraninda Atmastuti. Huh? Paraninda Atmastuti. Right? Atmastuti nahi karne ka और paraninda nahi karne. So those who do paraninda, huh? Atmastuti means praising yourself. Huh? Huh? Praising oneself. Right? Paraninda, those who do paraninda, for them, in Padma Purana it is mentioned, the doors of Vaikuntha are permanently closed. Huh? Yeah. So these are the 4 ones, right? What are the 4 ones? Huh? So Krishna told, in order to practically demonstrate what are the disadvantages of, alas acha nahi hai. One should not be lazy in spiritual life. Huh? Okay? Okay, then we will. So today we are treated with 2 pav bhaji and jalebi by Shivani. Today's our birthday is there. All of you. How?